Evening to you, Jeff. Emergency legislation will be brought in to salvage the government's Back to Work scheme. This after a university graduate won her claim that being forced to work at Poundland for free was unlawful. Her legal team claimed the decision means that people stripped of their benefits for refusing to take part in the scheme could be compensated. Sky's political correspondent Glenn O'Glaser reports.
Should this university graduate who was working unpaid in a museum be forced to work here instead, at this branch of Poundland, stacking shelves and cleaning floors, also unpaid? 3 appeal court judges agreed with her that this was unlawful, and she and her lawyer are claiming victory.
I was taken from a perfectly good work experience placement that was helping me gain experience in the sector that I wanted to go into. I was taken from that to work in an area that was completely unrelated and where I got no valuable training or experience.
The effect of the judgment is that all those people who have been stripped of their benefits under the affected schemes have a right to claim their money back. And until new regulations are enacted with proper parliamentary approval, nobody can be compelled to participate on the schemes.
But it's not quite that simple. The judges ruled that regulations brought in by Work and Pension Secretary Ian Duncan-Smith 2 years ago don't clearly tell job seekers what they're expected to do, why, and the consequences if they refuse. Working unpaid is not the issue, and ministers say there's no question of paying compensation.
In return for the support we give, in return for the job seekers allowance we pay, we expect you to do everything that you can to find a job. We expect you to go onto these programmes. And I don't think taxpayers would be very happy if people who've broken those rules get their money back.
Many unions, though, describe what's going on as simply providing forced slave labour for multi-million-pound companies. The judges have not ruled against the principle of unpaid work for job seekers, but they have ruled that the regulations drawn up here at the Department for Work and Pensions are unlawful. The government's appealing the decision and urgently drawing up new regulations, which presumably will be clearer and better written. Labour, which supports work experience, is accusing the government of incompetence and creating chaos. Back in Birmingham, that seems to be the prevailing view. And they don't much like the idea of people being forced to work for nothing.
I'm on job seekers allowance myself. I don't think it's right, do you know what I mean? I think she's done the right thing, to be honest.
A lot of the companies are abusing the system. If they're training them and they get a job at the end of it, then fair enough.
She's trying to educate herself, and I think she deserves to get a fair wage for a fair day's job, that's all.
The question at the heart of all this, should job seekers only be forced to work somewhere appropriate to their skills and experience, somewhere that might actually help them get a job? Glenn O'Glaser, Sky News, Westminster.
Sky News understands that the